What's going on, everybody? It's the Common Goal Podcast. Thank you for tuning in for episode 2. Appearing my co-stars, Mikayle, Aston, Jason, and Evan. Now I'm going to pass it on to Evan as we get into our topics.
Welcome to episode 2.
Let's go.
Listen, first topic, we got Andrew Luck retiring from the NFL at age 29.
That's young.
Yeah, how we feel about that?
I mean, he got a lot of backlash for retiring so young. People called him soft, but
do you see
Pause.
his offensive line?
I'll
retire.
Listen, I think the Colts didn't put like a good offensive line around him for the past couple of years, and that could lead to his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I think the timing was terrible. That's why it looks so bad.
That's also what I wanted to say.
I don't care, because if he has CTE in the future, I'm gonna think back about how the Colts did him. You know what
I think it's different because like what you have from February up until I want to say like July to like make this type of decision. And he made it. What was it? Week 3, week 2 of the preseason,
that
bro.
Game was probably crazy. He's probably getting beat the fuck up.
Locker room had him. He was probably putting hands on him in the locker room.
He probably knew at halftime. He was like, "I'm done."
Was there any news on what his teammates thought? Or?
No, they was all in support of him.
His teammates are gonna be supportive, but it's like people in the media is telling him he's soft for like.
I mean, if he felt that was the best decision for himself, then I can
I'm not mad at the decision. I'm mad at
timing was terrible.
Timing was terrible.
But we not in this position to say that.
A fact.
No, we can say it from thinking from a business standpoint, right?
Yeah.
He did not put the Colts organization in a good situation.
Okay.
No, if he made this decision back in March, they have time to prepare. They could have drafted
Yeah.
a quarterback.
That's like going to your 9 to 5, not putting in your 2 weeks.
Okay. They gonna replace you regardless.
That's unprofessional.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't care about you. They replace you regardless.
That's a good point.
Exactly. Your livelihood, none of that matters to them. They gonna replace you regardless.
If anything, you got to put your health first.
Exactly.
Football is like a very dangerous sport.
Yeah, I'm not even refuting that. Like, yes, he put health first. Do that, but like that decision could have been made way before the postseason started, way before training camp.
He ain't know.
Yeah,
maybe he got cracked one time. He's like, damn.
You telling me this is a thing that just popped up in his head?
No.
Middle of the game.
What if he's deciding and he didn't have his decision made and he made it whenever he made it? That's when it happened.
At the same time, that's not a good way to make a decision. You shouldn't.
Bro, you got to do what you got to do.
No, make a decision 2 weeks into the preseason.
Especially,
bro.
I don't even know if he has kids, but if he has kids, he's probably
Evan,
thinking about how he wants to look when his kids
financially?
graduate.
He's set financially. Colts came to a settlement with him. He how much? He got to keep like over $24 million from his contract.
How much was his contract?
I think he was making like 120, 130 over the next couple of years.
Wait. So did he get the money because he quit?
They came to a settlement. They let him keep the money that he would have owed them.
All of it?
Yes. Well,
that's like a bag secured.
Yeah, that's facts.
Smart guy.
So I get the lead.
I'm not mad at him.
Get 24 mil, and I think he comes back. Honestly,
why?
You think he comes back?
I think if he comes back, he's gonna get way more backlash than for.
That's facts. He got to be done for good.
Why would he get backlash for coming back? If anything, they'd be welcome back with open arms.
I mean, he needs some time off
in the middle of a season.
And he's
not
young,
even. No, I'm not saying in the middle of the season. Like maybe like a season or maybe 2. He comes back like, hey, I'm healed up. I feel great.
You get healed up to go back and get beat up again. They're gonna be like, "What's the difference? Why you leave in the first place?"
They're gonna say that too. But then again, they're gonna say anything anyway.
Anybody's always gonna have something negative.
Yeah, they always gonna have something negative to say at the end of the day. So.
They got a good backup.
If you feel like that was the best decision of his career.
Like, I don't think anyone else here is like a football head like me. But
there you go.
I am. I'm crazy about football.
Yeah, he's a
football
head.
Like Jacoby Brissett, he's pretty good.
Get Kaepernick.
You don't look. No. We not about to.
That's why
we not going into this conversation. It's like every time somebody go down, keep calling.
I mean, you can only nail so much. So like,
wow.
First episode, bro.
That's a quote from my friend right here,
Don't
Evan.
touch me.
In the first episode, I'm gonna leave it alone. Go watch the first episode.
No, listen.
If you want to see what I'm talking about.
But no, while we on the topic of the NFL, let's talk about Philadelphia Eagles.
Nobody.
Listen, I saw my chance. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Is anybody an Eagles fan here?
No.
I mean, Kale racing here.
Yeah, by default.
No,
Do you want to talk about the Eagles?
I could care less.
Listen.
The conversation's over.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
And that ended quick. I don't think anybody really cares about the Eagles. Shout out to them, though.
Say that to a Philadelphian.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
Oh yeah.
It's me, bro.
It's him, bro. Like,
Speaking of Philadelphia, you think the backlash he got was like kind of toned down since it was in Indianapolis?
Bro, if he did that in like if he did that in like Baltimore or
Philadelphia, like a
New York,
dominant team, it probably would have been.
Man,
Like,
imagine Eli doing that, bro. It's over, bro.
Eli, nah, you know
Well,
Josh
no,
Allen
New York is already.
But they want Eli gone, don't they?
That's true. That is true.
He's
football
already
fans when I'm going, the organization don't because they love him. He's like
yeah.
family to them.
I could tell you as an Eagles fan, if Carson Wentz did that, I'd be up in Philadelphia marching down the street all the way to Lincoln Financial. I got my GPS. I'm a tourist.
Got a map out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
You don't get caught.
You don't even know what it says.
Wow, I feel attacked.
It'd be like a maze for him.
I feel attacked.
They gonna send him down an alley and beat his ass. Look at this face.
I hate all of
You shouldn't have brought it up.
Let's
Let's be real.
He really shot himself in the foot with that.
Listen, did we not just talk about bullying last episode? It don't lead to good things.
Whoa, don't take it there, please.
Listen, next episode, I'm gonna come up on set.
This is the sense of
Guns
BS
ablazing.
that we be talking about, bro.
Don't.
Big guns.
Big guns.
All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next topic. All right, next we getting into a real hot topic in the media lately.
Oh God.
I know y'all like chicken.
I guess the chicken.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Popeyes.
That's like
Popeyes.
a triple entendre.
All right.
Listen,
All right.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Mikayle called me lacking at Popeyes today, catching my sandwich.
Down on you too.
Nah, shout out to shout out to Evan though. I was in the crib. Evan hit me up like, Dover got the Popeyes.
Listen,
Dover got
I'm the
Popeyes.
plug.
Dover Popeyes got the sandwich.
I'm the
back.
plug.
I sent him the money. Evan pulled up with the bag. So I appreciate you.
I watched.
No, I'm used to doing that. Wow.
You don't live that life.
Listen, I'm Tariq.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's just go back to the Popeyes.
Oh, God.
Do it
Yo,
again.
he ought to get bullied 2 straight segments, bro.
Every time.
Nah, but for real. How was the chicken sandwiches? I'm actually kind of concerned.
Yeah.
Only you and my brother have.
I don't think you deserve to ask that. You're not in a position to ask that question because just to let y'all know, Malcolm won't eat the sandwich because he doesn't want to cheat on ChickfilA.
Yeah.
So
Man, I just say Chick-fil-A to the soil. Till I'm in the soil.
Ain't Chick-fil-A Trump supporters?
Trump supporters homophobic? Not even open on Sundays.
Popeyes has the most stereotypical black commercials when it comes to
I
food.
could care less.
Okay, so it's a lesser of two evils, though.
But, bro, but it tastes
But
like
I'm
a black
saying, you
woman
bring
made
up a
it.
negative. I brought up a negative too.
Like,
There's no other food place other than
Like I
Popeyes.
said,
that-
it's
you
a
know who
lesser
you're talking to right now, right?
Oh my God.
it's a lesser of two evils. But
I'll just
listen,
say Chick-fil-A don't run out of chicken sandwiches.
They're not getting as much business
But the thing is,
as
no,
Popeyes right
you can't
Stop.
compete. You
Right
can't
now?
compete Chick-fil-A and Popeyes because the only thing you hear about Popeyes is a chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A, you hear about the customer service.
I mean, what does
You
Chick-fil-A
hear
have?
about-
What does Chick-fil-A have that's new right now that people are going to get?
now. Mac and cheese. I did hear
Mac
about
and
that.
cheese.
But
Mac
it's not
and
going.
cheese
It's not
is-
going crazy.
mac
like
and cheese is a
sandwiches.
side
might as well
dish.
go to Wawa for
No,
mac and
you
cheese.
just asked me. I said mac and cheese.
I know, but it's
Now
not.
you-
It's
now you're
not-
acting- it's a
not of
side
the-
dish, doesn't
it's not
count?
of the same magnitude.
To you?
You want to vote?
Listen.
I mean, it's opinion.
Listen, you can't.
You asked me what's something new. I said mac
You
and
can't have. You
cheese.
can't have an opinion.
All right, and did the mac and cheese blow up like Popeye sandwich?
No, it's not on
That's
the
my.
Twitter.
You can't have an
That's my
opinion.
point.
You can't have an opinion. You
Walk.
haven't tried both sandwiches. You can't have an opinion though.
I'm not. I don't really eat Popeyes. like
Mikayle, Jason, and me have tried Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
I'm
Can
not
I
really.
give my review on the sandwich real quick?
Go ahead. I mean, I did ask, but they said I don't have the right to ask.
Oh my God.
That's crazy though.
All right.
Go ahead, Mikayle.
How I feel about this Popeye's chicken sandwich is that a big black woman named Bertha
Bro,
from Louisiana
you gotta chill.
with the big elbows. She put her foot in that.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
That's how I personally feel. Okay, that's what it tastes like.
So what about the if you had to compare
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A?
tastes like. All right, you go to
I don't know.
A
Before you
work
do
dinner.
this, don't slander Chick-fil-A because it's something new though. All right.
That's what a lot of people are doing. That's what a lot of people
I
are
love
doing.
Chick-fil-A all
Honestly,
the
I
time.
think I'm not gonna even gonna say Popeyes is over Chick-fil-A. It's close. I'm not gonna just.
But it's
Like
just a chicken
overall,
sandwich.
overall or the chicken sandwich?
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna say chicken sandwich because that's blunt water. I mean, it depends on what mood I'm
So
in.
that's like
Yeah,
one out of the
you're
50
wild.
things that they're better at than Chick-fil-A.
Relax, young man.
Oh my
But we're
god.
focused
Are they
on
sponsoring you?
the
Oh
Are they
my
sponsoring
gosh.
He paid him to say this.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Nah, but what do y'all think about how the chicken sandwich was marketed by Black Twitter as people?
Yeah, I was just,
Well, as far as everything that we touch, we always have the biggest influence on
Talk.
everything. So
That's a fact.
that just means that's just like the beginning. Like, I hope people realize that the chicken sandwich is just like something small. But if we actually like push something that's really important,
Exactly.
not trying to like downplay
And, like,
Chick-fil-A, the chicken
and, like-
sandwich, but we have the power to really control the media in a way.
Yeah, well, a good
And one
example of
thing-
that. I sent that in our group chat on Twitter. Oh, that the one joint with Kels.
I
It
cheated.
was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Let me go to it. But it was like, it was something conscious. It was some BS, low key. But at the same
Oh, it
time,
was like-
it was a
Yeah.
joke. But I was like, yeah,
Was it about the voting?
yeah.
Oh, I remember what he said.
I heard about that. That
was
they should
like-
put the voting polls in Popeyes.
Yeah, it said
That's so-
Popeye saw somebody trying to get black people to register to vote, and they like ironically ran out of the chicken sandwich.
that was hilarious.
It's funny.
Well, there's videos of them like lying that they don't have the Chick-fil-A.
listen, and one thing I will say,
I mean, not the chicken sandwich.
the
You
quote
said
unquote,
Chick-fil-A.
the quote unquote woke people
Pardon
on
me.
Twitter,
Loyal to the soil.
they were.
That's crazy.
listen. The quote unquote woke people on Twitter, they just been saying, "Oh, Popeye's chicken sandwich. Oh, if we promoted black local businesses like that, oh, we be here, we be on this,
It's true,
this
though.
platform."
Yeah.
But like,
In a way, it's true.
I just-
Then you got.
I mean, not
Yeah.
as far as like local. I think it depends on the business itself
Yeah,
because
I was about to say.
food is
Yeah.
obviously everybody likes food.
One
So I
thing-
think it depends on what
one
the
thing I've
product
been
is.
seeing all over Twitter, people promoting their vegan food.
yeah,
Don't get me
yeah,
started.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
no,
you vegan, cut it out.
Don't get me started with that.
It's
The
like-
one thing I hate about vegan food is
You don't
why
know till you try it.
is why recreate
Oh no, celery sticks with peanut butter.
no. Why
carrots.
recreate something that you're avoiding to eat? Why make it
exactly?
Explain that. I don't
like people like making vegan chicken sandwiches, vegan
Oh,
burgers?
oh, yeah.
Why recreate stuff like that when you're avoiding to eat stuff like that? If you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
What
Like, I'm not gonna eat you. I'm gonna act like I'm eating you. I'm saying, chicken.
That's 2 episodes straight.
At least it wasn't me. At least it wasn't me. At least it wasn't me.
It's contagious.
I'm really conscious of what I'm saying, bro.
At least it wasn't me.
Yo, that's 2 episodes straight. Y'all got me on here acting
He's
up.
really-
Watch what y'all
Right
say.
now he's saying thank you.
Bro, we still got a whole couple more segments to go.
Yo, shoot. Look at you.
But you know what I mean, though, right, Malcolm?
In a way, yeah. But when I eat certain vegan foods, I don't necessarily eat like food that looks like burgers. I normally eat like salads or
Bro,
Yeah,
you,
well,
go
type
to
of
the,
food.
you go to that
In case
place.
the
But it's
audience
not-
doesn't
it's
know,
not a
Malcolm's
bad
like,
idea, though.
Are you?
I am about to expose him.
You
Like,
doing
no.
vegan food though?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, here's my thing. I don't like so-called downplaying vegans. Like, I like eating healthy, but I'm not a swore vegan. I have tried it before and failed numerous times.
I think
Like,
Jason
I
has
just
something he
can't.
wants to tell you.
But as far as
I'm gonna
eating,
let
I
you-
am
let-
balancing
let-
the way that I eat because you know what you are with, you know, the food that you put in your body.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of hypocrisy in veganism.
In a
Especially
way.
coming from him.
I mean, he's not a vegan, so
I know
yeah.
you're
I mean, I'm
but-
not a vegan, but I don't see
You're gonna
when I
defend them.
I don't downplay because they have good food. Have you ever tried their food?
Yeah, I have. Remember
Bear
that
Burger?
place? Remember that place you took me to, Bear Burger? That's not like salads. That's like burgers and stuff.
Yeah, but they also they
Right,
actually
you said
have
that-
real burgers
You
and then
said-
they have
you
like
said
vegan
that
burgers.
you don't eat like stuff like burgers, like vegan
Why?
burgers. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like why create alternatives when you're trying to avoid them?
I think it's just
that's a bit of hypocrisy.
a li-
I mean,
in a-
I could-
I see
I
what
could
you're
kinda
saying, but in a
understand.
way, I think it's just beneficial to them, like
I
just
could
so
kinda
that it may
understand,
look the
like,
same,
maybe
but
they-
it doesn't. It's not really the same thing.
All right,
Like it could just
They want
it's
to
all,
fit in with the masses.
or it's preferences. Not necessarily. If they would fit in, and they would eat the regular burgers.
Nah, I could-
I
I
can
can
see
see
a
a bunch of
vegan
vegan
on the
people
streets.
showing up to a restaurant
like,
like,
oh,
can we get
they're gonna think I
carrots?
have a chicken
Or, like, can I get a
sandwich.
vegetable
But why
plate?
do you
It's-
think that all vegans like just eat vegetables and fruits? There's like varieties of type of foods that taste good.
Nah,
like,
he doesn't. He just brought up the burgers and
mad
stuff.
with
But I
your
could kind of.
Wait, hold on. What did you say, Kale?
How mad would y'all be if y'all open up a Popeyes chicken bag, right? and it's a vegan sandwich in that thing. How bad would y'all be? I was just thinking about it.
It's toasted cauliflower.
They toasted cauliflower, buffalo sauce on top, bro. Coleslaw. You know you love
that
coleslaw.
buffalo sauce be hitting.
One time,
yeah,
I stay away from vegan food after I saw someone take banana peels and make pulled barbecue pork.
I've never seen that.
I saw that video on Twitter, bro. That was out of pocket.
Yeah.
Bro, you different.
That's different.
Nah, but what I was gonna say,
I'm not arguing that. That's crazy.
I was gonna say I kind of
Don't eat
understand.
that.
I understand why they would eat like a vegan burger or something, because like maybe they want. I see they make it taste similar, but
Well, how often do you eat healthy foods?
I eat all the time.
Look.
I eat my vegetables. Damn.
maybe they like how
Like broccoli
regular.
is very
They like
healthy.
how
Broccoli
My
is
favorite.
in,
I love
some
You
broccoli
said rice
is
and cabbage,
processed,
Kale?
though. Some broccoli are
No,
processed.
don't get quiet.
Yeah, I understand that.
So when like other than vegetables,
Last time I
like
ate-
you eat vegetables as a side though, not as a whole
I'm gonna
dish.
keep it a buck. Last time I ate organic vegetables, it was trash.
Well, not well.
It was organic green beans. I remember you bought them. Or
Nah,
mom
but
bought
look,
them.
what I was saying is maybe they like the taste of the actual burger, but they want the healthier version. So that's why they
Like
do
a
it.
black bean burger.
Yeah, like they
not
want.
bad.
Those
they
are
want
good.
the taste
I'm not
of what
mad
they
at that.
want.
Ain't
Yeah,
bad.
like
They're
They're not
the
bad.
healthier version. But
Veggie
we gonna go
burgers is
ahead
kinda good.
and wrap this subject up, gentlemen.
All right.
All right, let's go. Now on to our next subject. We are going to speak on Joe Budden versus Swae Lee. What was it? A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Joe had some things to say about Swae Lee's new 2 singles that he dropped. One of them featured Drake.
I honestly
Joe-
don't remember the second one.
Yeah,
Shout
Joe
out to
had
Swae Lee, though.
some negative things to say, and Swae went on Instagram Live and clapped back at Joe.
And then
Yeah.
Joe clapped back again.
Yeah. And what we're just wondering is, what do y'all think about negative opinions and
Opinions
do you-
in general.
opinions in general? Do you think negative or positive?
Towards artists or just people in general?
Nah, like if you have a negative opinion, is that automatically hating?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, as an artist, you should be able to take whatever's given on it. Even if
really?
Oh Bro, God,
That was crazy.
listen.
it's not even that crazy.
Bring it back. Listen.
In other words, what I mean is, if your heart is in the right
Okay.
place and you're putting out music, you're gonna get criticized for whatever you do. It's just up
Not
to you
whatever.
whether or
Yeah.
not.
Like if, for example, if I don't like a song, you can't get mad and say I'm hating. It's my opinion. Who cares?
And
Well, no, that's what I'm
Keep it
saying.
pushing.
Like they're gonna say whatever they want. It's up to you how you take
Yeah.
in.
And
what
what
they
Joe
say.
did, he gave reasoning of why he didn't like it and he thought it was trash. I think it's different when people say, "Oh, I think this is garbage," and then they elaborate, and the reasons are stupid. I see that as hating.
I think from like what you was saying, my fault, bro.
Yeah.
I think it was probably what threw Swae Lee off was the way that Joe Budden says it, because you know how Joe Budden could come off.
And it was
Joe
yelling.
Budden could
That's
be
that's his job, though.
Aggressive, Yeah, that is true. But what I will say is this: Joe Budden talked about how he knows, you know what I'm saying, Swae Lee, and how, you know, he's cool with him. We all love Swae Lee. Why not hit his phone and tell him, like, bro, I'm not really a big fan of this, you know? Because I'm not saying, like, criticism towards artists isn't bad,
you see, I don't think that's fair. Joe has a platform. He's
and
there
I
to
get
talk
that,
about news.
But now to Swae Lee, I'm playing devil's advocate. To Swae Lee, it may seem
Right.
like you just shitting on him, you know what I'm saying, on this platform, opposed to just hitting his phone and saying, hey, bro, I wasn't really feeling that song.
I would agree with that, but there's been numerous times where Joe has given his full support to Swae Lee. It's just the fact now Swae Lee only notice it if there's a negative feedback against his music.
And that's how everybody gonna be.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
anything.
In my opinion, the word hating was low key created by like sensitive people that don't know how to take criticism. There's
No
no
way.
such thing as
I mean,
hating.
well, there
There's
is actually hating in a way, but I feel like it depends on how you word it.
Because
I'm with Twin on this.
hating
Nah.
is just negative opinions, and you take heart to those negative opinions.
I think
That's
it's
all
I
it
mean,
is.
because like I put out music for people to listen to. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you
Yeah,
don't.
if I told-
But I'm putting out music because that's what I like. I love to do. So if I get criticized, I get criticized. If I don't, I don't. So
Yeah, whether if it's on a public platform, that's just them. If it's a negative opinion, that's
But like,
just
what do you
them.
say?
That's
What do
how
you say
feel.
about somebody who gives a negative opinion on something that they're not educated on? Is
Educated
that
on?
hated?
Yeah, and that brings back to
Like
my
I
point.
think-
since
If it's-
Malcolm's
if it-
a rapper, right? And since I don't rap, and I say his music's garbage,
Right.
that
But you-
makes me a hater.
But you make beats. You produce.
Yeah, I know music.
It's still like
it's
one and the
not
same. It go hand to hand.
But
You
say
know,
like
and-
say Malcolm has
A fan. A
say
fan or
Malcolm
something.
has like
That
10
doesn't-
songs out, and you listen to 2 of them and be like, Malcolm's trash. Are you hating? Like, I think that's hating.
No,
That's what I think
that's
hating.
I don't think that's not.
That's your
no.
opinion at the
I
end of the
think
day.
it's your opinion, but it's like uneducated. I
So
feel
then,
like.
see, now you would say that. So I would say, how do you feel about the rest of that 8? Because if you, the rest of the 8 good or the rest of the 8 bad. But at the same time,
But
it's
at the
just,
same time, when it's just music, like I'd have to say maybe 60 to 70% of the listeners don't know like music and music theory. So they don't know what's going on behind the scenes, like how you record, how you approach things and stuff.
Your intention with the track. You know?
Exactly.
the way I feel about
like-
it. If you're doing music for the right reasons, it doesn't
But
matter
what
what
are the
anybody
right
else
reasons?
says, huh?
What are the right reasons?
For
That's
yourself.
subjective.
If you have a passion of doing it, you're not doing it just because everybody else is doing it.
But is that necessarily a right reason? Is there even a right or wrong reason to make music?
I mean,
Nah.
if the
I
art
don't think
form
so.
in the beginning, how it all started, it was passion.
Let
it
me
was
give
an
a
art
quick
form.
story, right? When I started making beats, right, I noticed in the first couple months, I found myself a lot of times coming to people and like, yo, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And like by month like 6, 7, 8, I realized I shouldn't be doing that because at the end of the day, I approve
Same.
As
of
long as
everything
you
else.
happy, nothing else matters.
I don't, because I'm at a point now, I don't ask anybody if you think this is fire because I know it's fire.
So the
You're
song-
always
It's like,
critical.
I don't.
Yep.
People don't have that confidence.
Yeah, I'm just shoot. If you ask me who the best beat maker in Delaware, I'm gonna say myself.
You're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like come on. At the end of the day, and for people who think like, oh, I don't want to compete with people, it's like no. At the end of the day, you're here to compete in like I'm competing with my brother right now. He
Yeah.
make beats. You're here to like, yeah, I'm drawing the blank. Shoot,
But in a
I'm
way
here.
that-
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I started going. I was talking for like 5 minutes.
In a way, when you guys are competing, it makes y'all
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
But what I will say about that is that to tie it back in with Swae Lee and stuff, I feel like Swae Lee must be insecure about something to be feeling this kind of way about Joe Budden or responding back to him in a negative way because he's probably trying to branch out and make music that's different than what he's used to. Or just just thinking that what he's putting out right now is going to sell, and he's getting negative feedback about it, so now he feels some kind of way.
And
Was it different though? I'm sorry, I didn't listen
What
to
I
the 2
heard,
tracks.
it was kind of like the same beat pattern that's unforgettable.
That's
and he's
my
been
shit.
continuing
Trying to
keep
make a
doing
hit.
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
He trying to make
you
a
gotta,
hit, yeah.
You have to make a different sound. You can't.
But
keep
then
doing the shit
now I
over
can
and
see
over
why
again.
he's getting mad about it. You're trying so hard to make a hit that you're trying to get paid off of. You're trying to like make sure this one song's gonna pop, and now somebody telling you, oh no, that ain't it.
Right.
As you said it in the studio, I was like, damn, like I'm working my ass off to make this one song go viral.
Yeah,
So-
you've been in situations, Kale. Why I say care, where you've been in you've been in situations where like someone asks for your feedback and like it's not always.
Yeah. I listen. I'm not no yes man, and I never will be. So if you ask my
That's
opinion,
one
I'm
thing.
Please
Yes,
stop
man.
asking us what we think. We're gonna give you the
Please.
truth.
That's it. I really
But
can't
that's the
trust
thing.
that.
Yes
though.
men are the worst, but-
If you ask for an opinion, you shouldn't be mad about what the other person says. You asked for it.
Exactly.
No.
In fact, I might cap a little bit if I don't know you. If I don't know you,
Nah, you wildin'.
No.
Bro, if I don't know you, I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be more
Yeah,
way
that's
bro.
even worse.
But that's the
I'm
thing.
have
keep
to.
it
But
100.
you don't know niggas nowadays. They get offended by the slightest thing, and like if I don't know a mean man walking up on me talking about you like my son, bro, da 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 da, and I'm really not fucking with it. I'm gonna just say yeah to get him off my back. Like go ahead.
I will say one thing, right? Like it's different when, I come to let's say, I go talk to let's say your brother. He don't know beat making like that, right?
No.
No. And he tells me, I don't like this in the beat. I don't like that. It's like, what? Do you, like, I was like, why?
But
It's
do
like,
you
and
have
then he
to have
explains it, and he
credentials?
has a dumb reason. I'm gonna feel defensive. It's like you don't know what you're talking about.
But do you have
like,
to have
why-
credentials to like my fault, bro? To catch
Nah,
you
you
off.
was going,
but
you was going.
Do you have to have credentials to like review music?
Yes.
And to give an opinion.
And that
You
what
do?
that
Oh,
what
no.
gives
So
Joe
then-
most
so-
of his
Music's
no.
kinda
I will
iffy.
say
Music's kinda iffy,
I will say no. Let me re-say that. Joe Swae Lee is right to be doesn't have a right to be defensive because Joe used to work in the same field as him. So his opinion is probably more valued than the other two people on the show, Rory and Maul.
They make different music.
Opinion is opinion. I think.
Hip hop is
saying.
hip hop.
Me, I don't,
Nah,
you
but
don't have
music-
to have credentials. You can.
That's
be,
what I'm
you
saying,
can be
yeah.
a little
Like
5-year-old.
Nah,
I
but my
said
thing-
earlier,
but
majority
no.
of your fans don't know music.
Yeah.
Don't know how to make music. Don't know.
But what I'm trying to say
It
is
doesn't matter.
Joe's opinion shouldn't just be like thrown off to the side.
Yeah.
In my Like
But-
Joe know what he's saying.
I know, but at the same time, does he? Because it's different kind of music than what he used to make back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Music
It's
is
two
music
different
though.
lanes.
Music is
That
music
is- that
though.
is true.
But that's just to me.
Yeah, but
I
he's,
mean,
you know, I see what you're saying because Joe is an older guy, and you know he's doing reviews on artists at such a young age. He's not into that. He grew up on the golden era, so
No, but I think Joe's done a good job of adapting to.
I mean,
He
he
has.
has,
Newer
but
age.
at the
In a
same
way.
time, it's just like he wouldn't go in the studio and make that song or think the same way that Swae Lee would. So he can't put himself in
Exactly.
their shoes and try to say, yeah, this is trash or this is that. You know, because the Swae Lee's fans, it may be the best one they ever heard. You know,
feel bad for them.
But nah, yeah. Shout out to Swae though. I think this as a fan, because I'm pretty sure everybody here listened to Swae Lee before.
At one point in time.
Un poquito.
He got a little bit. I feel like he got a little bit.
But I feel
With
like
his response, he got a little
One
bit.
of our
Yeah.
viewers is going to
He-
catch that one. Un
Emotional.
poquito, but I think we're going to move on to the next subject. We got to agree to disagree on this one, fellas.
All right.
Solid.
All right, we're going to be staying on the topic of music for the rest of the podcast. Our next thing we're going to go into, we talk about rap a lot, but who are y'all best R&B artists out right now?
Let's
Not
start
all
with Kale.
time, right
Start
now,
with Kale.
right now.
I wrote it down too.
You did?
I'm gonna say Meg Thee Stallion.
You said R&B.
R&B.
Oh shit, I'm tripping.
You got Meg caught up in your head, bro.
Don't we all?
I love her.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Hard eyes for her.
Shout out to Baylor and Jordan.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
But my best R&B artist, you said?
Yeah.
I got 4. I said her, Daniel Caesar, Brent Faiyaz, and Black, or Six Leg, however you pronounce that. shit.
This is good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brent Faiyaz underrated. Okay.
Okay, Twin, how about you?
No, wait, I just want to say something about that. I saw something on Twitter. It was like a picture of him, and it was like they asked for their opinion, and somebody was like, keep him on the down low. We don't need everybody to hear about him. I'm like, people are disgusting. I'm like, why would you? I don't understand why people know about an artist and want to keep them to
Don't want
themselves.
nobody-
Yeah.
Malcolm
Bro,
used to be
check
like
out
that.
Brent Faiyaz.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
yeah, check him out. Like,
Used to be.
You wouldn't tell
Don't do that.
Much.
You realize that changed when I became like an artist myself. Like,
oh, that's what it took. All
Nah.
That's what it took, bro. At
Alright.
what cost?
right,
That's how I
ask,
found out about Dave East, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
He
do
want
that.
to put him on the Davey?
Bro, he was listening for Dave for like a month, and we were like, "Who is this guy?" He was like, "Chill."
this
He
is
probably
Malcolm.
did the same. Like,
That's just like 1 out of like 20.
All right, who's Aston's? Who's Aston's? Who's your top
Um,
R&B artist?
R&B artist, I had Anderson .Paak and the Internet.
is Anderson .Paak really R&B? Like,
he is.
I think he's.
He-
I think he's in his own little space.
He's
It's not close to
I
R&B.
would
It's
count
not
him in
close
the
to hip
artist
hop.
area, but I
Yeah.
can see why you
Yeah.
said
He's
R&B.
on another level.
Who you got?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, I listened to the Brent Faiyaz guy. That's how you pronounce his last name. I haven't like listened to him a lot, but what I had listened to, it was fire, so I do like him. With my other two, we talked about him last episode. C Breezy's always gonna get a mention for me when it comes to R&B.
That's why
And my
I didn't
other
mention
one-
it, 'cause
Yeah,
I knew
it's
one of y'all were
obvious.
going to.
I
Chris
mean,
got
yeah.
on lock.
And my other guy's The Weeknd. Abel, you my guy. You talk greasy and on an R&B way, if that's possible. Abel is my guy.
But okay.
The Weeknd is crazy.
For me, I got listen, Bryson Tiller. He's number 1 if he's dropping music consistently.
when did he?
I don't
When did
believe
he
it.
release?
Watch him out.
He over-
okay,
he-
he's
he's
number
over-
1 if he's dropping music.
He's
Listen,
over Abel.
Remember
Over
if-
Abel. Over Abel. Yeah.
You know, over
Yeah.
anybody you just said.
He's not.
In my
Weekend is
Let him
crazy.
Let him go ahead.
But I
Let
say
him
Bryson.
cross.
I say Bryson.
Uh-huh.
LMA is she. I'm
LMA.
LMA.
Oh,
Listen,
come on.
real LMA fans know she's been popping since like 2016. That's how long I've been listening. And then
My cousin's gonna appreciate that.
Yeah, and then I got new girl. I don't think y'all know her. Danny Lay. I've been listening to
Yeah,
her
I
for
know
like a while now. Before she blew up. Like, yeah, I've been listening to her for a while.
That
That's my
one
girl.
song with the that sample.
I know what you're talking about. It's from
It was
one
a
of her
Good Day
old
sample?
tapes. Yeah,
that
it's-
joint's fire.
Yeah, it was
I like
from
that
like
song.
a project from 2017. She's fire. It's in like her sounds really unique too, and I fuck with her heavy for that.
I probably would have to say Chris. Trey.
Songs?
Yeah. I like Trey.
What was the last song? Bro, the last thing I heard from Trey Songz was the Power intro, bro.
They say this is a big rich town.
It was wild for that.
Bro, I was tight when I turned on Power.
Bro, I'm like,
Yeah,
yo.
bro.
Well, see, I think I just had Chris. I do listen to a little bit of the Eric Bellinger guy.
Eric, I fuck with Eric.
He's really
Eric,
good.
Yo, he's,
I like Eric.
he's-
Never
Eric is
listened to him.
underappreciated.
He
I-
is.
I just
a
think
lot.
Very
He
good.
is.
I just think he has trouble putting songs together like a Chris Breezy or like a
I think he has
Well,
trouble
Chris
marketing
songs is
himself.
very
Yeah.
repetitive.
Yeah,
at the
he-
same time.
yeah, and his features don't be there too.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's valid.
but
But nah, Eric
like voice wise, Eric is probably like top 10.
Can you say top 3 again? I just
Top
want to hear
3?
one more time. Yeah.
Personally, Bryson, LMA, and Danny
Bryson.
Lay.
Bryson.
Yes,
Bryson.
Bryson is.
I mean, don't.
Trap
he's
Soul
nice,
Bryson
but-
is the
Trap
best.
Soul is one
That
like
was
the best
years
R&B
ago.
albums of our generation.
That was
Facts.
years ago.
Of our
man.
generation.
Every
But
song. Fire.
Consistency? I don't know. He makes the same song.
He's
over and over.
inconsistent, bro.
Anderson Paak
He's a
got
family man. He's a family man.
Anderson Paak got the throne.
What you got? You got
He dropped 2 albums this year, and they were easy.
And I haven't heard of him.
Oh,
So what does that say?
That's you.
Oh my
I
god.
got
That's
the top
you.
artist. I got Chris over.
You're
Chris
the
is-
same person.
I mean,
that,
I think we all
Including
agree that
Chris.
Chris is like top.
Top tier.
He's
But, like-
I mean, but a lot of people have a problem with him because of his past, and
Oh well.
I mean, at this point, you
Bro.
kind of you gotta get over it.
No,
'Cause, like, it's
no.
like-
At the end of the day, you don't forgive what people do, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, there's a point in time where you just move on. Chris is way past that. He's clearly regretted him.
I
mean,
think
yeah, he
even at
has
the
some
time,
questionable
I
things he
think
does.
even at
Yeah.
the time that it happened, you don't associate that with his music because his music was great,
Yeah.
even though he did what he did.
Correct.
Yo, his first album was fire, bro. I remember seeing him with the bald head walking the screen.
Exactly. I mean, like Kel's in his situation.
Kells.
Kel's.
Kel.
R. Kelly. Kel's in his situation.
Use your
Like.
common sense.
See, the thing is, you can't mention
Is this
Kells
camera
because
on me?
Kells. Nobody was topping
Yeah.
Kells in R&B.
We not gonna, no, I'm not even
one.
saying.
That's a
I'm
fact.
talking about.
was a movie. Like, come on.
Even though he did what he did.
Yeah, like
I was
we do not support what he did at
was
all.
on
we
that.
don't. We
Bro.
don't support
I
what
was
R.
on
Kelly
that.
did.
Don't support R.
You
Kelly,
don't. You
man.
don't compare that to
I was
his
on
music,
that
bro.
edge
Yeah.
of my
His music-
seat watching that entire music video. I didn't know what was gonna happen next. I was just
I had
like,
to turn it off at the number 5. I couldn't do it.
number 5.
Yeah,
I was
couldn't
on
do
like
it.
number
It's
17.
like 33 chapters, bro. I couldn't do it. I was like, yo, it's.
I was hooked, low key. I'm not even gonna lie.
But I think we
Because-
all. I think we all agree Chris is number one.
Chris,
I got.
Nice, really
I'm gonna
top.
just
Nice,
put
nice.
Anderson Paak name in there because like
How y'all?
Not
Any,
of Chris.
any honorable mentions
Honorable
that we didn't
mentions?
talk about?
Yeah, we ain't talking about
Ari
Black.
Lennox-
That's-
Ari
that's
Lennox
Black.
Hold on,
again.
hold on. Let me go.
Black is good. You ain't saying nothing about him.
Black.
Black is good.
He is real good.
I listened to his latest album. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about him. Yo, he's
Fire, bro.
really, really dope.
Really
I'm not
fire.
saying he's the best out right now, but The Weeknd is probably my favorite.
what's
my
your
favorite
what's your
R&B.
top
bro.
R&B albums this year?
Top R&B albums this year.
Top R&B albums.
Oh,
Ooh.
tough question, son.
Hold on, hold
You
on.
should have
hold
asked
on.
me that a little earlier.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Indigo. I mean, I
Indigo's
think we
clearly
all
number
named
one.
Indigo.
So none of y'all listen to Anderson Paak. I just
I
want to make
did,
that
but I
clear.
just
Nah.
felt
we do, but we don't have him in the
it
top.
was like,
I,
it was like a one-time
Come
listen
on.
for me.
It
Honestly,
was.
yeah. I
Come
didn't really
on,
go
bro.
back and play.
I do. I just don't.
I
place
love-
him
I
in
gotta
the
love Anderson
R&B.
Paak, like,
I don't place him in the R&B category.
He is in the R&B category.
I don't-
though.
I mean, by
He is.
default,
I can't
because
say
they don't know
that.
what the categorize his sound as, but I put him
That's a good
past
thing,
that.
though. That's a
Yeah,
good thing.
it is a good thing. He in his own lane, bro. But I wouldn't just say he's solely R&B.
Oh,
Tips
I got
was-
Justine
Tips was-
Sky,
oh my-
fire.
That's
That's my
That
Who
Kendrick
else?
verse.
Her is nice.
He has a Grammy too. I
Although
hope he wins
she
more.
be wearing the glasses.
Oh,
Her.
my baby, Georgia Smith.
We're
Your
talking
baby.
albums.
No, I'm just talking about.
Bro, he's naming his Woman Crush Wednesdays.
Oh, that's that. Oh, we forgot about y'all. Bro, like
We're
what?
talking
I
albums.
just realized what they were saying. Listen. We didn't name somebody. Ari Lennox, bro.
I did.
Ari Lennox.
I did
Yeah,
name
I said
her.
Ari.
Can't forget.
I
her.
did.
Did we
I
say
named her
SZA?
again.
Ooh.
Sid.
But
Sis
nah,
is top
I
tier,
saw
bro.
her live, bro,
Sis is
and
top
it's
tier.
terrible.
Yeah,
No,
Based
she's
off of
been
that.
going.
through it.
She had the
She's
voice
going through it.
I
issue.
could care
She had the
less.
voice
I
issue,
could
bro.
care less.
SZA's
you
top
heartless.
tier.
You
I'm
heartless.
sorry, bro. I've seen her
SZA's
a lot
top
more
tier,
than
bro.
once.
SZA's in that like category, in my opinion, with Weekend.
Hey,
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
hey,
That's my
bro,
opinion.
Maybe a little bit
bro,
too soon.
Control?
bro,
Control. Control was
trilogy, bro.
Yo, Evan, you
What's
gotta
better,
shut
Control or
up.
Trilogy?
Evan, House of Balloons. Yo,
House of Balloons. Oh,
Listen,
See,
that's all we.
see,
Chill out.
see.
you need to
Chill
chill.
out.
Nah,
This is what Drake fans
exactly.
do.
First
Exactly.
off.
You brought up how long ago was
Bro.
Trap Soul?
Bro,
Come on, bro.
2014? No,
That's
15.
Come on, man. Scissors
Trap Soul.
not with the Weeknd yet. Not yet.
SZA's not with it.
No, bro.
Control.
No.
Control was probably
Like,
one of the
nothing
best
like
bodies
House
of
of
work
Balloons.
for R&B projects.
can she
of
put
her
something
year.
else out?
Nah.
Like, can she get something else out right now? Like, she only
She
got control.
chilling.
How long she gonna chill, bro?
When you
I done
put-
seen her
Am
twice.
I-
Live.
listen, what has it been? 2
Talk
years
to
since
him.
Control?
A little bit more, maybe. Did
Hold on. I got Control on my phone. It's been like.
you put out a single? I'm tired of waiting.
Sid- you,
She's
Control,
good. I'm
Control
not
was
trying to
2017,
downplay her,
so like
but
2 years.
Weeknd? Come on, we talking about like, bro.
Oh, y'all about to hate me for this. It's an unpopular opinion. I like the Weeknd a lot, but I don't think his voice is as good as y'all making it seem.
Why not?
Cause his voice, like he don't really be having no vocal.
You said The Weeknd?
His voice is just like real like monotone. He don't really hit no
I'll
crazy
say
high notes.
he
He don't really have that much range.
No, he has
No,
range,
Yeah,
but
He's a good performer. He makes great songs, but I don't really see him as being like a great vocalist.
Oh,
You know?
I disagree.
And talking
He
about
hits,
Weeknd
like-
help me remember someone. Party Next Door, wherever you are in this world.
Yeah.
Blame
Oh
your,
my
blame your
God.
man.
You may know what I'm talking. I see where
I
Mikayle's
mean, you know,
coming from.
he probably in the
like-
cut making bank for writing songs.
Probably.
You
I
I
never
think
know.
we all throwing some good artists out there, but on to the next.
Okay.
All right, female rappers have been a hot topic this summer, so I want to hear y'all top female rappers, not artists, rappers, specifically rap.
Rap.
Rap?
What's up, homie?
Mikayle,
I'll-
Yeah, rap.
Alright,
Whoever wants to start, go
I'll
ahead.
go.
Yeah.
I got Nicki, Rhapsody, Meg. We done.
Nicki, bro.
You can't put Nicki.
At the Nicki
Don't-
should
Bro,
be
why did he start?
respected,
Y'all
bro.
knew it was gonna
No,
happen.
Nicki should
I'm
be
like, this man-
Nah, this is the
respected.
first time I'm with Evan, so
Nicki should be respected, bro.
Wow,
it's
that's
a
crazy.
first.
She is
All right,
respected.
so who you got?
No.
I got Meg, Tierra Whack, Rhapsody.
Who you got?
I got Rhapsody.
Just Rhapsody?
What?
Yeah, that's
bro.
Why you always be the
I got
And I'm like, none of
First
them
off,
are.
first
They're
off,
all
I got,
mainstream.
How you gonna say?
I got
Tierra-
Meg
Oh, okay.
and I got Meg and Rhapsody.
I got a
T-
question.
Can I just address Kale real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
Rico Nasty is better than Tierra Whack. That's just me.
How, bro?
Evan, let's bring up the fact you brought Nicki into this. It's 2019. She's had her time.
That's what I meant
She
to ask. I
deserves
meant
her
to ask. I meant to
respect.
ask. My question is, do they got to be current? Like the last? What's,
I mean,
what's
you
the
said
time?
this summer. You said this summer.
Well, I was just saying like this summer,
And
female
hot.
female rappers
Well,
they
like,
got hot.
like
but, like,
Miami.
Now the reason why I said I said Rhapsody and Meg was because I did current. I didn't want to do like the whole.
Because
spectrum.
if we not like Young M.A. is in my three.
Young
Well,
M.A. talk,
not
but
three.
she has her debut album is dropping next month, and she came out like 2015.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
like
I
Does
just
that-
hate how people delayed
I
her.
mean, but she
I don't
been
think
in the-
that
she been in the
changes.
back.
I don't think that changes how talented she is.
That is true. I mean,
It's just.
I mean, that,
Yeah,
y'all
she
can
can
say
rap.
argument.
The, I
She
will,
can
I will
rap.
say she didn't capitalize off of her clout.
I agree.
She didn't.
Yeah, she did.
She didn't.
Listen, what song was that?
What part?
Ooh.
Ooh.
She actually went viral before Ooh,
What was it with the Chirac freestyle?
Bro,
that you
because
showed
they
me?
actually
Did she?
played the Chirac freestyle in church.
What?
What?
Bro, going viral does not mean you knew about it, but everybody else did
Yeah,
it.
like no, she blew up off of Ooh.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
no,
wait.
I'm just saying that
Hold on.
Ooh wasn't the first time she
Hold
blew
on,
up.
hold on,
I
hold on.
first
hold
heard
on.
it in the hookah
I'm
line.
sorry,
I
Kale.
fuck with it.
She played it in a church.
A pastor talked about the Chirac freestyle that she did. That's why she blew up the first time, and then she did Ooh, and then she came back, and Ooh was a way more bigger impact than the Chirac freestyle.
Yeah,
I ain't never heard the
I
Chirac
thought
freestyle.
they
Me
played
either.
the
I don't know what
song
you're
in
talking
church.
about.
What's wrong with people?
I know the
Correct me if I'm
Chirac
wrong. They
freestyle.
probably
Don't
didn't
let
play
him
it
hear
by
that.
playing in the church, but a pastor was talking about it, and she did went viral off that.
All right, and I also want to address you. Nicki's last album was terrible,
Terrible.
and
So
you
why
put her
is-
in your list.
Hey, listen. There are certain people out here who can rap, but can't put songs together or projects together.
She can put songs together.
She
It's the
can
fact that
rap.
She can't no more.
In my
But
opinion-
she put out a project like that, but she get on the Welcome to the Party remix and start killing shit.
My thing is,
She-
as far as we're talking about like rap, then you know,
Rap her ass off.
she can rap.
She
Yeah.
can rap,
Yeah,
but as
top
far as
of-
best artist right now,
No,
no,
we're not talking
bro.
about her.
All right.
We're not.
Yeah.
Okay, bar
We're
for
talking about
bar for
Cardi
bar.
more than Nicki, but I hate Cardi. So.
Cardi don't write her stuff, but
That's
like
what I'm
Cardi be,
saying.
she be going. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know
Tierra
how-
Whack
I'm
is
not
better
really
than
with
Rico
Cardi.
Nasty to get back at your point, and might be better than Nicki.
I like Tierra Whack.
Bar for bar, bar for
Bar
bar,
for bar?
bar for bar, bar for bar.
I got a question for y'all.
You gonna make me mad?
Go ahead, get mad.
Do y'all think Meg Thee Stallion is actually like talented, or do you think that she gets a lot of clout off of her looks?
I think she's talented, bro.
I think she is.
Cause I ain't know who came in the game rapping like her. They be writing their own stuff,
Mhm.
but she go off, bro. She go off.
Yeah, and she has like what's really good. She has a really infectious personality, and like
Yeah,
that
that's a
helps with
fact.
industry stuff.
That is a fact.
Like,
She's real marketable. She's smart. Like
college girl.
Did I mention that she looked good?
All right.
Yeah, here
all
you
right, calm down.
she already married, bro. You got chill.
I don't.
She got
Money
she,
bag.
She can rap. She
Money
got a little
bag.
flow on her.
Yeah.
Moneybag like Kermit.
like Michael Myers.
This man Kale.
Are there any honorable mentions for female artists, fellas?
Rappers,
You
rappers.
said Rico Nasty rap better than Tierra Whack. So I guess you would say that.
I feel like I was missing somebody.
Yeah, but that's always you always feel like that. You always feel like you're missing to mention
Yeah,
somebody when it
it's-
comes to
yeah.
conversations like that.
That's facts.
No, I'm gonna just
'Cause
put
I
her
feel
name out
that- I
there. I'm gonna
kinda
say
feel
no
that way.
name. I'm gonna put her name out
No
there. and I'm
name,
gonna
yes
go
sir.
But I feel
Yeah.
like Rhapsody, in my opinion, as far as like MCing,
next.
she's
She
Do you,
put
top tier.
together
Do
a
y'all
good
feel like
album.
Rhapsody is good enough to not be grouped in with other female artists and just
Yes.
group it in with everybody else?
Yes.
Explain
I
that.
mean,
Explain
but
that
no
more.
other
Explain
female
that.
artists rap like her.
Explain that.
Like, I mean, like, do you think like, oh, her rapping is just as good as a Kendrick, and she can be grouped
She's a
in?
female Kendrick,
She can be
in my
she can be
opinion.
grouped in.
Whoa,
Calm
whoa.
down. She can be grouped.
Can I
Do you
explain
think she can be
myself,
grouped in
No.
with
I'll let Aston
with that
answer.
caliber?
After this
I'll-
album, no bias. After this album, she's at that table with people like Queen Latifah, Miss Lauryn Hill. She's at that table.
That's a bold statement.
That is very bold.
I think she's at that table.
Oh
No,
man.
I think
well, I
you
think
said
that-
Kendrick, bro.
Female Kendrick. I'm not.
But-
I'm not saying she's with Kendrick.
And,
but like,
and
for
what
I
I'm
her
saying
wouldn't
is
group, for her
along
demographic, it's that's
along
her.
with Rhapsody, I feel like people like her, Nicki, can be grouped in with the men, and like they can go toe for toe.
Well, I wouldn't even group Rhapsody and Nicki in the same place with
Me
their
either.
style of music.
I'm talking
I
about.
think
I'm
Rhapsody
talking about.
more
and not even.
that's like
not
a
even
Drake
like,
and Kendrick.
Not even like
comparison.
style of music. Like I think like
It's obviously one person.
they're both good enough of artists. I don't think Nicki at this point in time can do that. But like at certain points in time in her career, she could be grouped in with the men and like go toe for toe.
Go toe for toe with who?
Like the upper tier
tier.
artists like
Drake.
Drake, Cole,
She did
Kendrick,
go- I'll
She's
give
Chance.
her-
not
I'll
going.
give her-
She's
I
not
didn't
going.
expect- She could be
Barbara
good.
Kendrick.
Rhapsody?
She's not going for Drake.
Nah, he's talking
No,
about
I'm
Nicki.
talking
He's
about
talking about
a
Nicki in
couple
her
years-
prime.
Jay-Z though. She did.
You
I
tell
don't
me
see
she
that.
like a
Kanye
couple
maybe, not Jay-Z.
like prime Nicki couldn't be grouped in with those people.
Bro, prime Nicki was hot. I'd give her that, but
She could be grouped in with those people.
I'm
Prime
not
is at a
grouping
period
everything.
of time when you're at your peak. That doesn't
know.
always last that long.
I know, but like she was hot during her prime. Like you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like,
I,
but
in my opinion, she could be grouped in with those.
like you talk about like Roman's Revenge, like that time period.
I would say from like
I remember that.
I would say the Pink Print all the way back to Pink Friday. That little time. I think that was her prime.
No, that's
I-
when she got in the pop. That's when she was.
No.
People were like, all right.
No, Pink Print was a good project in my opinion.
I think she need to stop marketing herself the way she is.
Yeah.
Cause she go on like these interviews that she seems so aggressive and so like bitter about everything.
Yeah, she
You
don't-
know, so that kind of takes
and
away
the thing
from
is,
one
what
to
makes
say
it
that
worse,
she's
she
a good
knows
artist.
how she's gonna get viewed by this. So
Yeah.
I don't know why she.
With her
goes off
saying
like
that she was getting bullied for a long period of time,
She
I
seemed
can't
like a
agree
bully.
with that.
I don't either. She seemed like the bully.
Because
She
when
seemed
it
like the
comes
aggressive.
to the barbs, you know,
No,
the
I, would,
Beehive,
I, would,
the
I
barb
can't say she
community
doesn't
is
get
crazy.
because like there's certain points like she'll like new female rappers will come into this game and start like no listen.
No.
They-
I just, sorry, real quick. I just remembered that we said R&B artist and nobody said Beyonce.
I have my
album,
listen,
The Lion King.
yeah,
I
the
wasn't
Li-
feeling that, so I didn't put it with that.
Like, I was fire. Bro.
Okay. Back to
I'm
what I
sorry.
was
Go
saying.
back to this.
Like what was I? What made me lose my train of thought?
I'm sorry.
You
Your
talking
train-
about-
You said
just
when
keep
new
driving.
female artists come in, something with
Yeah,
Nicki
new
being
female
bullied.
artists come in. I feel like they just don't respect her, and they come off as
Nah, to
disrespectful.
piggyback off
and
of
then,
that,
and then they.
to piggyback off
Okay,
of that, I could see what you're saying. I feel like Nicki would be like somewhere minding her business, and some new female artist would come out and they just start comparing them to Nicki, and then Nicki got to come defend herself.
But that's not like. But that's not the artist doing that. That's just media. That's
That's
not
rap.
the artist's fault.
Well, I think
It's
she
just
feels
rap,
like-
you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
she
She had a
feels
beef
like-
with Cardi because of that. Like,
That's
you know what I'm
rap,
saying?
I will
though.
say,
That's
I will
right.
say certain females like
That's rap.
be coming to the game is like, oh, what female artist did you look up to and inspired you? Her name not even mentioned. That's not
Okay,
it's
but
crazy.
that's their opinion. They think
yeah,
that's crazy.
That's,
Like,
Well, I guess we would have to see specifically why she feels like she's being bullied and by who.
But I just feel like she's just being insecure.
I
at
feel
this
like-
point. I feel like she knows she's getting old.
I feel like they don't view her in a certain way, like she's like Foxy or like a Queen
But when you-
Latifah
when you-
or
when you come in-
like a
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott
you
is
wanna go
viewed
even
like
there?
because like I feel like
Yeah.
she's out of her prime, but she's not like on the way out. Really, she still can make music. She can still
Oh, let me-
release stuff, and I feel like they just don't view her as that like OG.
Let me propose a question. As far as like new female rappers, who's sitting at that table with like the best, like the OGs,
Like
female
new
rap?
female rappers, like
New?
talking about like.
If you
are
can't
just-
be
like, we're
new and
talking
sit at
about
the
Nicki.
table. You can't be new and sit at the table. You gotta.
Who's
I
sitting
mean,
at that table?
I don't think none of these new artists can sit at that table yet.
No.
They just got their feet
The,
wet.
Nicki,
the
Nicki,
road for
come
female
on.
rappers is like a lot more difficult than for male rappers. Like, they really
Yeah.
got to
So
solidify
Nicki,
themselves.
Nicki, or people like Nicki and Rhapsody, which I think should sit at that table. They're
Rhapsody
not-
already?
they're not-
Rhapsody, no.
I think so.
Rhapsody
Nah,
just
I mean,
got
she
her
ain't put
feet
enough
wet.
time
No.
in, bro.
And I will say I will agree with
She's
Kel
had-
on the
she's
point
had
that it's
two straight amazing albums.
Yeah, but like they that's two. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki done put out how many projects she had?
like 4, 5.
But
And
still,
our
it's
first
just
two
tomorrow.
are
And let me
best.
come back to your point of how it's difficult for them to come up, because honestly, when female rappers come up, you can only talk, in my opinion, how I see it, you can only talk about 2 things. It can be like real bars, or twerking, or
Well, I
or
disagree.
about your
What are
body.
they
We
gonna
haven't
put
seen
you
somebody
on?
like Rhapsody before.
I
though.
disagree on
We
that,
haven't seen
but
somebody like that.
I say we get into the next topic, yo.
All right, that makes sense.
Okay, and for our last topic, we're going to talk about a Netflix exclusive documentary by Travis Scott, Look Mama, I Can Fly. This just basically went over the process of his #1 album, Astro World, and how it came to be, and it also included the birth of his daughter and stuff like that. Like, what do we think about this artist including and showing us the creative process to their albums?
I always love the creative process. As a producer, that's something I like to watch. Like I love watching producers make beats. I love watching them like find samples, chop it up, stuff like what Mass Appeal pros, Rhythm Roulette producers love that. Like I just love seeing the process. From a producer standpoint, I just love it.
But at the same time, like, when are we gonna draw the line about which artists and which producers, whatever, can make these videos? Because like, not everybody's worthy of having a documentary.
That's a
You know?
fact.
Like,
mean,
I'm
you
not
can
trying to
make-
watch a documentary.
If they don't have the money to make a documentary, you ain't gonna see it.
But some people do have the money, but shouldn't be making a documentary.
Say they make the documentary and it don't blow up and nobody watch it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I do appreciate it. Like as a fan, like if one of my favorite artists did this, I would definitely tune in.
I mean, if you have like a big enough fan base, I feel like you should be able to do it. If you have a big enough fan base to do it.
I just feel like it was just weird timing because like his career is still going. Like he's still in the prime of his career. You know?
It was the 1-year anniversary when it dropped, right?
I think.
Or it was around
And
that.
honestly, I think it could have been released better, because if you release this about maybe like December, maybe award season,
No.
bring some
I'll bring
to his
someone
name.
into this when
love that word.
what album was it? Was it Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Creator?
Yeah, it was. It was.
He dropped a documentary, I think 6 months after it dropped. It was a great
Yeah,
documentary.
that's-
I love watching that documentary.
Well, if you just go,
Yeah,
if you
like-
go on YouTube and just Google your favorite artist, there's actually
There's plenty.
documentaries,
Mhm.
part 1,
Through, like,
part
Vice,
2.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
it's
all these
on the
other-
internet.
Yeah.
Kendrick had.
I think it's
Who's that?
interesting. Like, oh wow.
I'm kidding.
Go
I'm kidding.
ahead,
I'm
Jason,
kidding.
go
I was saying I think it's interesting. They just let us into like a little behind the scenes things. Like,
Yeah.
And you can learn from
Yeah.
that. You can learn something from that.
Yeah,
as
they say
far
a
as
lot
like
of
the
good
creative
stuff.
process.
Wait.
Dropping.
It included the creative process. Like it included like him.
Yeah, just
Um,
show
I'm
them
just
like
saying in general. I'm
coming
not sure.
to know like tracks
how
like No
he got- yeah.
Bystanders, other things and stuff like
like his
that.
thought process in the studio.
Yeah, and him reacting to it and
Some
yeah.
some
a lot of
some
a lot of the
documentaries do have creative
snippets I
process
saw,
and
because
stuff.
I didn't watch the full thing, was just him reacting to music.
Yeah,
His
shoot.
music.
I react the
What,
same
what I
way.
will say is this: I don't want to see his family and stuff in that joint because like
Why?
keeping up with the Kardashians is on TV. I'm not trying to see this on Netflix.
that's reasonable.
And, like, I'm not like, bro. Keep Stormy out of it, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, I agree. And going back to your Cherry Bomb point, the one thing I especially love about this creative process and showing it. Pause.
see, I was gonna let you off the hook, but go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing when he
stuttering, that's why.
his his collab effort with Kanye and Lil Wayne, what was the name of the song? Smuckers, thank you. And
Fire.
just like I know like, he said he wrote his verse, Wayne wrote his verse, and then Kanye wrote his first verse and then listened to his and Wayne's verse, and Kanye went back and rewrote his. I would have never knew that if it weren't for the documentary.
The
And that's the type of things I want to see.
That documentary by Travis Scott, I didn't watch it, but I think that's what it was missing from what I saw from snippets. Like just seeing the creative process of him going
Yeah, and
through
he did another video of like him going through his songs when he was what was his first project really? The
Who?
Travis.
Al
Days
Farrow.
Before Rodeo.
No, it was Al Farrow.
Al
You
Farrow.
talking about his first?
No,
like,
his first real Days Before Rodeo. He showed like
Days Before. That's still a mixtape.
that
Album.
mixtape. He was doing videos of like how songs came to be and him working on stuff like Drugs You Should Try and other stuff like
song.
that. Great song.
That's my favorite Travis Scott like project, by the way. Days
Yeah, I like
Before
watching
Rodeo.
things like that, especially when artists record their studio sessions too. You could always learn something from
It's just
studio
I
sessions,
feel like we
even though you're
didn't.
not
I
there.
feel like
Yeah, it's
I-
just cool. It's
once
like,
again, I didn't watch it, but I feel like we didn't see much of Travis because he didn't want the people to know about like how he auto-tunes himself.
Oh my
Well, then
gosh.
there's
Wait.
plenty of videos of autotune has been around for
I
years.
see where you're going. I know what you're about to
I'm
say.
not, I promise you I'm not. I
Yeah.
was going
because
to,
I
but I'm not
remember
gonna do it.
hearing about I remember about T-Pain and he was working with Kanye and Jay-Z on Watch the Throne and he said that he wanted to record alone because he didn't want people to know how he did his auto-tune.
that
That's true.
that was at a point in time where what T-Pain did was really unique. We're at a
Yeah,
point in
and that was
time
like, yeah,
where
that was new.
all these mumble rappers is like,
But
oh,
everyone-
It's very cringeworthy to hear without the autotune now.
Yeah,
But
but
T-Pain
like,
can
when
sing.
you
T-Pain
hear him
can
in
sing.
the booth and there's
Bro,
no beat
I'm
behind
gonna
it.
bring it up. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it to him. I saw a video of Lil Keed rapping in the studio without autotune,
Oh man,
bro.
because his
Very
vocals
cringe.
sound
I'ma
kind of
let-
bad with the autotune, low key, but it's like
Bro.
slow
He
with the beat.
auto-tunes his mic and stuff. That's why I wouldn't. One, I don't like mosh pits and stuff like that. That's just me. You went to Firefly.
Yes, sir.
Did you go in a mosh pit?
Low key.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Mosh pits look low
I
key
don't
lit.
like-
I think it
I
depends
love-
on what
yeah.
genre
I-
of music.
I
it
it's,
is.
love-
it's funny
I love-
games until someone
painful,
put their
bro.
hands
I
on
love
you,
Travis
so.
Scott music, but that mosh pit vibe ain't.
I got punched by a little girl. She was like 5'3". She right in the back of my head. I had to leave.
Yeah,
I
mosh
was-
pits.
You had to
She was
leave.
strong as hell, bro, for no
Crazy.
reason.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
I was gonna pick her up and throw her across the crowd. But like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna let her live. But nah.
No,
Did
but-
y'all see that picture with Travis and he was like had Photoshop on his face or whatever? You know about him and Kylie? Nah. Alright,
Nah,
I think
did.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I
They
did.
keep saying
Did he
he
get like
looks
a?
clone?
Because they look crazy. I was like, before the documentary, and after the documentary, what happened to Travis? But that's a topic for another.
Yeah,
day.
he looks kind of crazy. He looks
wild,
very
no
different.
tattoos and stuff. It was crazy.
But no, I like when artists do documentaries and things like that. It actually shows it showcased their artistry,
Yeah, that's good.
especially where they come from and things like that.
Facts.
Well, I think we should wrap up on that.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, this is the Common Goal Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow the
Yep.
Instagram, the YouTube.
At TCG Podcast.
On Instagram.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Gold. Here with Malcolm, Evan, Jason, Aston, Mikayle.
On
We out.
YouTube.
The
Like,
skinny
comment,
bully.
subscribe.
You know me. I just want to tell y'all thank you for supporting us. Everything counts. We appreciate everything y'all doing, and that
Wherever
it
you're watching
costs
from.
$0 to show love. I love
It's
all
free.
that.
Facts.
Facts.
We out.
Support your local creators, man.